It's not coffee. It's room temperature orange juice. Good hello everyone, welcome back into the Skeleton Closet. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be the first episode of what I'm calling treasure tours, which is really just an excuse for me to show you my cool stuff. All of the things in treasure tours have been sourced secondhand in some form or fashion. This includes online resellers such as eBay and Etsy, but also in-store like thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales, and antique malls. So if you liked secondhand treasures, stick around. If not, bye! I have done some research on the items that I'm showing you in treasure tours, but if you think that I got the information wrong or you have any additional information, please be sure to drop it in the comments below. Nicely. Today's episode is going to focus on my vintage jewelry collection, but I'm hoping in the future to include other secondhand items such as fashion, home decor, and holiday decor. To start off our tour, I pulled this funky bolo tie. It's one of my more unusual pieces, I think, but I always get complimented when I wear it. It's a really nice pop of color and it adds a bit of uniqueness to an outfit, which I love. I'm fairly certain that it's by the Israeli artist Yossi Steinberg, who created a variety of jewelry from the mid-1980s all the way up into the 2010s. I think someone just took the pin backing off of this and adapted it to become a bolo tie, which is a really great idea if you're looking to repurpose an old pin or brooch. Next up is this enameled stick pin of a green apple. Man, I just love a green apple, especially with some peanut butter. Stick pins were popular in the 1830s to the 1920s, kind of like a predecessor to the modern-day tie pin, and were often a symbol of wealth. Their popularity faded during the 1920s, made a comeback in the 1960s thanks to many costume jewelry producers. This brutalist style ring is something I found at Goodwill and just so happened to fit my finger perfectly. Brutalism was at its height during the 60s and 70s and pulled inspiration from brutalist architecture, breaking away from traditional norms and challenging conventional ideas of beauty in design. Most designs have bold, rough, and even knobby textures, and they embrace asymmetry, irregular shapes, and unconventional techniques. I do think this ring is made of brass or similar material because it does turn my finger green when I wear it for long periods of time, but it's just so cool. This double-sided moon necklace is actually quite hefty. It's a very bright gold color, but unfortunately, it's not real gold. I believe it's a replica or a wannabe of a necklace by a surrealist artist called Zev, also known as Daniel Harris. The original piece would have been gold-plated over bronze and probably would have been worth several $100s. But I'm happy to have this piece nonetheless. Next up are these brutalist dangle clip-on earrings. I really couldn't find anything similar online, so I think these might be kind of a Frankenstein piece, which just makes it more interesting. I really enjoy the mix of materials and texture, and for someone who doesn't have their ears pierced, I'm really happy to have them in my collection. This pewter tiki necklace was made by the International Pewter Company and dates somewhere in the 1970s, I believe. The International Pewter Company was part of the International Silver Company, but they went out of business in 1983. There was a heavy tiki culture movement that began in the 1930s and saw a real resurgence during the 60s and 70s, catering to Americans' views of the South Pacific. So think tiki bars, tropical-inspired cocktails, and music such as the Beach Boys. I won't get into all the very controversial aspects of the tiki movement, including appropriation, but I would encourage you to do some research of your own if it interests you. The condition of this bracelet was like this when I bought it, but I really couldn't resist the derpy little lion on it. I believe it is hand-painted and it appears similar to bangles that are done in a Russian folk art style. I don't wear it very often because I'm afraid of damaging it more, but I have sprayed it with clear coat a few times to try and preserve the paint. He's just my little lion friend who kind of adds a touch of unexpectedness to my outfits. I don't have too much to say about this piece. I really just love how playful it is. It's a little funky with the gold and silver tone metals. It's a nice reminder that you can turn almost anything into an accessory with the right hardware and a glue gun. I think it's a fun juxtaposition of a more feminine touch with the bow and a more masculine application wearing it as a bow tie. This necklace is probably one of my favorites in my collection. It's bright, it's bold, it's chunky, and it's definitely not a shy piece. While I haven't found anything that matches it exactly online, I am leaning towards it being an Erica of Finland piece. So the Erica of Finland pieces are usually made of wood and are inspired by round shapes and have bold, vibrant colors that focus on Scandinavian minimalism. They still make items today, including jewelry and home decor items. But you can find a lot of their vintage items online. However, I will say they do have quite a price tag on them. The last item on this tour is this charm necklace consisting of a variety of what are known as gumball machine or crackerjack charms. These charms were given out as prizes, most famously in boxes of crackerjacks. They come in all shapes and sizes, including themes such as masks, cartoon characters, household miniatures, sports, and animals. Originally, they were metal, but were replaced by celluloid charms during the 1930s, and then later were replaced by plastic. These vintage charms will run you anywhere from $2 to $20, depending on the rarity of the piece itself. I don't think I would ever pay $20 for a singular charm, but I do really like the Halloween ones. If you'd like to share any of your secondhand treasures with me, please be sure to follow me on Instagram and tag me at The Skeleton Closet. And if you liked today's video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. But I'll catch you guys next time inside The Skeleton Closet. Goodbye!